Good morning, students. Today I am going to start with a new lesson, Fundamental Rights, Part 2. Last lesson I already explained our right as mentioned in the Constitution, right to equality, right to liberty, and right against exploitation. Apart from this, there exists right to freedom of religion, cultural and educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies in the Constitution of India. Now we begin with the right to freedom of religion. It allows every Indian to practice the religion of his choice and establish religious institutions. At the same time, it prohibits the state from imposing religious taxes and making the religious education compulsory in government aided educational institutions. Religious education cannot be made compulsory in educational institutions that receive aid from the state. Cultural and educational rights. It allows every community to preserve its cultural uniqueness by preserving and promoting its own language, script, and literature, but also make efforts towards their promotion. They can establish institutions for the development of their language. Right to constitutional remedies. It refers to the right of citizens of India to get legal remedies against the encroachment of their rights. The court, in response, can issue various orders known as rights to protect the rights and provide justice to the aggrieved. The court gives an appropriate verdict. Rights that are guaranteed to us by the Constitution may get encroached upon and we are not able to exercise our rights. In this, some points are written that some instance of infringement of rights, arresting an individual without reason, preventing a person from leaving a village or a town without giving a valid reason, refusing food, water, medicines to jail inmates. Writs as constitutional remedies. Courts have powers to issue various kinds of writs to protect the rights of the citizen. First one, habeas corpus. Protection from unlawful arrest and detention. Second one, mandamus. The order of the courts, the Supreme Court or the High Court, commanding the government to perform an action that is its duty to perform in public interest. Third one is prohibition, to prevent a subordinate court from exceeding its jurisdiction. Fourth one, quo warranto, to restrain a person from acting in an office to which he is not entitled. Fifth one, certiorari, to order the removal of a law suit from the subordinate court to a superior court. Because The fundamental rights are thus protected by the courts. Citizens are able to exercise their rights. They can fulfill their roles as alert, responsible, and active citizens. While considering fundamental rights, we also need to remember our duties. In the next chapter, we shall study our fundamental duties. Go through the lesson and complete the exercise. Thank you.